Sláinte, how do you do, buckaroos, and how the heck are you? I am Tom the Beer and Whiskey Whisperer once again for the purposes of this video, late night with the Beer and Whiskey Whisperer on a Thursday. Let me get things organized here. Bear with me for a second as I try to fix something here. There we go. I think we're okay now. Oh, there we go. Yep, we're good. Anyways, how the heck are you? So I thought I'd do one more video tonight. The countdown to Christmas video already. It's just a late night video, but I'll say Merry Christmas to you as we head into that time of year, I guess. So I picked this one up a couple months ago when we were in Weston, Missouri. This is the Rip Van Winkle beer, the Royal Brewing Company. This is a bourbon barrel aged double Bock at 8.8%, I do believe she says. Let me show you that. I've been hanging on to this one last can I've had. It's very interesting. You get a lot of bourbon barrel stouts, but you don't see a lot of bourbon barrel Bocks. So the reason I label it double Bock, because that's what they say on their can. Otherwise, I would refer to it as a double Bock. But since they say specifically double Bock, that's how I laid it out there. Oh, that nose is insane. Although I'm having a hard time distinguishing with it because my wife's in there making some candies, and now that's all I smell, man. So I've got a brittle going on. That's all I smell now is burning sugar. What I paired this with, so I wanted to pair it with, so out of Weston, Missouri, is Holladay, Missouri straight bourbon whiskey. This is a Rickhouse proof small batch reserve. This particular version is at 117.9. I poured about 2 ounces in my Holladay Glencairn here. The nose. So I also have their soft red wheat. The soft red wheat is great. It really is. Wheated whiskeys, wheated bourbons in particular, are very popular. I gotta tell you though, I'm just a fan of a traditional bourbon. There's a reason why rye has a traditional secondary grain, because you need to balance the sweetness of that corn. The wheat does not do that. It does give you a softer body, but for me, it gives you a very sweet whiskey. But that seems to be what a lot of folks want these days, that sweet whiskey. And I prefer traditional bourbon, I gotta tell you. Anyway, sláinte. Hope everybody's doing all right as we head into Christmas or Festivus or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah. Hey, there's probably another couple dozen holidays I'm not aware of. Hey, if you're celebrating Yule or Saturnalia, hey, here's to you as well. I don't care. Since Christianity kind of piggybacked on those two holidays and called it Christmas, they took Yule and Saturnalia and said, hey, let's call it Christmas. See, they use Christmas trees, which was a pagan tradition, as many pagans will like to point out. Christians don't want to tell you that, but pagans are quick to point that out. Well, how do you know that, Tom? Well, I get around. I've known a few pagans in my time. I've known a little bit of everything in my time. Come across a few Satanists in my travels. They never wished anybody ill will, I should say. the teachings of Anton LaVey. Oh, this beer is incredible. Oh, wow, that's good. So the carbonation is rather light. You notice when I poured that, the head dissipated rather quickly. That's not necessarily unusual in anything that's barrel aged, but this one went a little quicker than most. But it does balance well. That's why I wanted to pair this particular beer with this whiskey because I wanted to use the same area, right? I want two products from Weston, Missouri. Weston's very interesting, and I guess you could probably refer to it as a tourist town. To be honest with you, my wife and I spent one night there, and I would love to have 3 nights there. Not that the town is big, it's just that there's such a lot of little specialty shops. I would have loved to spend more time in that area. And there is a large Irish community there that I would love to get explored a little bit more than we were able to with just one day. We got an Irish store there, which is incredible. And of course, there was a whiskey snug. Oh man, we just had a good time in that particular neck of the woods. I would love to have a couple, or at least 2 days, if not 3, to really, spend in that neck of the woods. Oh, the color of that whiskey. Tell me that's not gorgeous. Using my Holladay Glencairn, as I said earlier. Anybody watching, have any questions or comments, please put it up on the screen. I'll answer almost anything unless you're being a colossal douche. If you'd like to be part of the video, let me know. I'll send you a link. If you want to pour yourself something to drink and have a conversation with me, that's fine too. I've done a lot of impromptu videos that way. I'm off from my day gig till next year. I'm kind of enjoying things at the moment. As we get closer to Christmas, my wife and I don't do a whole lot, to be honest with you. My daughter, son-in-law, and grandkids typically go to the in-laws, which is fine with us, to be honest with you, because, they don't live in town, and we see them often anyway, so. I've never been one of those in-laws that wanted to fight over the holidays. We see them all the time. What does one particular day matter? I've never understood that. As I dribble a little bit, I've never been able to make that make sense. I remember my mom and the in-laws with my sisters, my 2 sisters married 2 brothers. There was always well, we get them for this one, you get them for that one. And then there was always an argument about this, that, or the others. What does it fucking matter? The problem was both in-laws were close together. I mean, we only lived about, I don't know, maybe a couple miles from them. So, I mean, we saw my sister and their husbands. They saw their sons and my sisters quite often. All of why they wanted to fight over 2 particular days, I never could quite make that make sense. So I told my daughter when they got married, we're not going to do that. You're able to spend the time with us, that's fine. But if you need to do that, that's fine too, because we're here. I never understood why this day is that important. Well, it's Christmas. That's why it's an important time. Well, so what? You're seeing them all the time anyway. Why does one day make that? Well, why are you willing to, get an argument and fight over one particular day? This doesn't make sense. I would get it if everybody was out of town and they only have certain time when they come. But when you all live within a few minutes of each other, what does it matter, man? Can we all just get along? What would Jesus do? Would Jesus really be upset that you're going to see the in-laws? No, I don't think Jesus would give a rat's ass. Anyways, I digress. This bourbon is absolutely delicious. I gotta tell you, that stuff is just special. This double bock is interesting, right? It's good. Is it my absolute favorite barrel aged beer? No, to be honest with you, it's not. But it is interesting. You see if it says here. I'm not saying a canned on date or any date of any kind, to be honest with you, because I am curious. It does kind of feel like it's been around a minute. Then again, something barrel aged should be able to take some age, but the flavors that I'm getting, not necessarily off flavors by any means. I don't want to give you that impression, but rather malty nose, as you would expect. You do feel some of those bourbon notes. It's nice. It's not bad. The truth is, it wasn't very expensive, to be honest with you, as far as barrel aged beers go. It was only $7 for the 4 pack, so $7 for a 4 pack of an 8.8% beer. No, in the grand scheme of things, that's rather reasonable. Oh, it does pair with this damn bourbon well too. This holiday stuff is insanely good. I gotta tell you, wow, they are just amazing. So they have bottled and bond that are available in my neck of the woods, which are incredible at 100 proof. They're amazing. But you have to buy the Rickhouse versions, up yonder in Weston. So I bought one of each, one of the soft red weed and the traditional bourbon. I kind of wish I'd have bought more, but that's the money I had available at the time. So yeah, I will buy more of the bottled and bond because it's great at 100 proof. But boy, these Rickhouse versions are just so insanely good. I gotta tell you, the flavors, the aromas, they're extremely palatable and easy to drink at this Rickhouse proof. It's just amazing. Ah, cheese biscuits and bacon. Oh man, that's good. Anyway, anyways, I digress. It's lunch. So anyway, I got sidetracked there. Yeah, we don't plan on doing anything over Christmas. I'm not even sure what kind of dinner we're going to have, to be honest with you. I usually try to do something simple but elegant, right? Even if it's not this big production, I try to make something nice. And I've got some options. Wife picked up a ham today, so that's no possibility. We have a turkey, but I think we've decided against doing that. I don't know that I don't really feel like cooking a big old turkey, to be honest with you. I have one really nice thick cut New York strip, prime strip in the freezer. So I thought about cooking that, but kind of depends. I'm going to play it by ear. We're going to see what happens at that particular moment in time. I always have Irish butter on hand in the holidays or during the holidays. Because if I'm going to do mashed potatoes, if I'm going to do baked potatoes, if it's Christmas, yeah, I want to make it just a little bit better, right? And you can't beat Irish butter, man. That extra butter fat really does something. American butter just ain't as good, man. It just isn't. We try, but we just can't quite get there. Now, if you got a local creamery, you probably got one that will do, 85% butter fat. It's just as good as an Irish butter, but boy, when I can buy Irish butter, it makes the best mashed potatoes. You really can't taste the difference, man, by adding just that better butter and a little bit of cream. Oh, cheese biscuits and gravy. It's just good, man. To be honest, it's just the wife and I, so we probably won't even decide what I'm going to cook until, that day, maybe the day before. So if I'm going to do a steak, I'll take it out to defrost. If she wants to do a ham, we'll do that. It's just the two of us. So I really don't feel like cooking a whole bird, right? It just doesn't make sense. What I've done in the past, so is I might defrost that bird and part it out. I've done that before, as we get, past Christmas and New Year's, so I can take that bird and cut the wings off and use it to make some incredible stock. Just make a lot of good stock. Cut the breasts off and get them cooked. We use them to make sandwiches or, you know, turkey salad. use the use the thighs and legs, roast them, and just make some incredible gravy. I like to keep my options open. Anyways, I digress. Got a lot of chicken wings in the freezer too. My wife found some chicken wings on sale a while back, and but we usually like to do chicken wings for New Year's Day. So, but we've got more chicken wings than one particular day. So, I don't know. Again, I don't know if we want to do one elegant meal for Christmas Day or just snack food. We do chicken wings. Who knows what else? I don't know. Like I said, I'm playing it by ear. We'll see how I feel at that particular moment in time. I usually want to do a nice meal though. Again, not not necessarily upscale, but just kind of simple and elegant. I think I could do that with a nice steak. Have some potatoes, but then I could do that with a ham too. So usually for New Year's Eve, we like to do kind of snack foods. We kind of established that tradition when our kids were little. Our daughter liked the snack foods, but it was really our son that really got into preparing a menu. Right? Even from a young age, he would want to prepare the New Year's Eve menu with me. We have okay. At this time, we have this, and then we have this. All we like plan something every hour on the hour. Right? He was always very particular, and he was good at. I did most of the cooking, but he was good at. His specialty was kind of rubs and sauces, right? So he would plan certain things, and we'd put them all together. A lot of he was inspired by a lot of Irish cooking, a lot of Irish recipes. So we would kind of do, kind of our spin or his spin on traditional Irish. Oh, I remember one year we did kind of cabbage rolls, but we did them kind of in an American Irish spin, using kind of mashed potatoes and corned beef. He loved cold cannon, so we would typically like to do that too. And then one year we discovered champ, which was a little bit different, so we did that. Anyways, but like I said, just the wife and I, so we're not going to take either holiday all that serious this year. And then we're going to be off, and that's nice. I'm off from my regular gig until next year. Working a little bit on my side gig, but still going to have the holidays off, so it's not a big thing. Well, not all the holidays. I have Christmas off. I have New Year's Day off. Probably working Festivus. I haven't figured out how to get that one off yet. I need Festivus off. I'm non-denominational. Well, I'll work on that excuse. I need Festivus off. Festivus for the rest of us. Anyways, I digress. I'm not Jewish, but I need Hanukkah off. I need the whole 8 days. For my Jewish brothers and sisters in solidarity. I haven't figured that out. I haven't figured out the mechanics yet, but at some point I'm going to. I may be 70, but I'll figure it out. I'm pretty clever that way. Anyways, I digress. I apologize for running a little bit long here. I am Tom, the Beer Whisperer, Beer of Angels, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and cheese biscuits and gravy. Mercy. Also, Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer. Holladay, I got to tell you, I'm going to show you this bottle one more time. This is the real deal. Ben Holladay, Missouri Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Rickhouse proof. I got to tell you, this stuff is wow. It really is that good. I am Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer. Whiskey evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man. Oh, man. The aromatics on this stuff is just insane. All around good guys. Sláinte, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you.